Let's talk Great Wolf Lodge. Oh! Hey everybody, Benji here.
And T.
Here for a moment. We are excited because today we are going to talk about Great Wolf Lodge and our recent stay at the one in Grapevine, Texas. All right, the main reason why we are wanting to do this specific vlog is that we want to talk about our recent experience at Great Wolf Lodge in Grapevine, Texas, and whether or not we would return. So we're going to just talk through this process and hopefully find some things that we enjoyed, some negatives, and then whether or not at the end of the vlog we would go back. So let's get into it.
Okay, let's start with the check-in process. So when we first get there, you walk in and the desks are it's pretty obvious where to go. There's gonna probably be a line of people waiting to check in as well, but the good thing is that it's right by a big huge glass wall, so you can see the park and get familiar with all of the attractions within the park. There's a lot of stuff going on. They have activities for the kids. We did have to wait for 45 minutes to an hour, so it wasn't too bad, but it gave us a chance to look around and get acclimated.
Yeah, the process in and of itself, like Team was saying, as you're going, at least with this particular site, there's huge glass windows, and it might have been because it was a busy kind of season that we were there, but you were able to keep the kids engaged, looking out to the water park, kind of chatting with them and saying, hey, which slide are you going to go down first? So it actually makes the process go a lot faster, but be prepared that there might be sometimes seasons where you might have to wait a little bit. But also in the foyer, they had music cranked, people doing specific activities for the kids. It really kind of felt like you're getting on a cruise, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you'll get your wristbands, which is your key card. If you want to make any purchases, you can link a credit card to it. It's the key card to get into your hotel room. And everybody in your party gets one. Also,
yes,
they'll tell you after you check in, you can go to the gift shop and you have to howl and you get a free pair of wolf ears.
And that includes you parents. You can do this as well. But yeah, make sure you get your wolf ears and just get the whole experience started off right. We had a lot of fun with that. From there, we had our room. Now, let's talk a little bit about this particular situation, and this isn't going to happen for everyone. But as we were getting ready, because it was a little bit early for check-in, we were waiting, and during that time, the fire alarm went off and all the electricity went out. It's kind of things that follow us along whenever we go on adventures, but we embrace it as we did. And there was about a 30-minute time that there was no electricity on. But at the end of this video, we'll tell you how they made up for that. And it actually was above and beyond what we even considered, because it wasn't really that much of an inconvenience. During that time, they actually brought lemonade, snack bars, some water, and then again they had this music going on.
Like a dance party.
Had a dance party even though there was no electricity, so the kids kept occupied. And then also we had our own birthday cake that we had from one of our children, and we just chilled and relaxed. So it wasn't that big of a deal. And let's talk about the room now.
Yeah, so the room was very spacious. We had more than enough room in there for all of us. The kids were excited about the bunk beds. I knew they would love it, but they just had a blast with the bunk beds. They had their own little TV, and I didn't realize this till we got there, but Great Wolf Lodge has their own cartoon.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And the kids loved it. It's on repeat, so if you miss part of it, you just come back and catch it, and the kids loved it.
It was great. And we had I think it was the kid cabin suite. And I'll put a link up here for the full room tour. But yeah, we were super impressed with that cabin. The kids loved it. They had their own little section where they could hang out. And then from there, it was time to go check out the water park. They make this process super easy. One thing I will say is that when you get down to the water park, there will be someone that's waiting there to assist you. They will measure the children, and they will give them wristbands with certain colors. And what this does is it helps the lifeguards know if your children children can go on certain water slides. And this makes it so easy because there's a lot of slides that are, at least at this particular site, where our 8-year-old and 6-year-old can go up and down as many times as you want. But those lifeguards can look and say, okay, they've already been checked. And that means you don't have to be going up every slide. So that's going to help you, just a quick tip there. And then in the water park itself, every water park, every site is going to be different. So they're going to have their pros and cons. But in this particular Grapevine, Texas site that we really enjoyed the water park. A lot of things for both the kids, adults, adults only, hot tub. Anything that you would like to add to that?
There were a lot of lounge chairs.
Yeah.
We didn't have trouble finding a place for us to kind of set up camp, so to speak, and keep all of our things there. They do have lockers if you choose to put your things in a locker instead of sitting by a chair. No food or drink is allowed into the water park. You can bring food to the hotel, obviously, but no food or drink in the water park.
Yeah, and so what I'd say what you can do is, if you have packed lunch and stuff, just go take some time, go back up to the room, have your lunch, and then you come right back down in the water park. The particular site that we were in, there is a pizza place, and I think we paid $20 for a large family, which helped us get through the day. But yeah, there's various options. There's also a place that has burgers and stuff. It's a little more expensive, but yeah, whatever suits your family's needs. We spent the day of arrival, I think about 4 or so hours, and then the day that we left, we were able to stay in the water park as long as we were able to.
We were about 8 hours. It was a long time.
Yeah, and that brings us to another tip. Yeah. If you have kids, or if even your adults, take your time. If you have your room still, go back to your room, take a break. And I will say the reason why we didn't do it because of our time, but if we were to go back, we would probably take more time just relaxing, because the chlorine can be pretty strong, especially if you're in there for long periods of time.
They have signs posted in various places to take a break from the chlorine. We found that we thought we would be okay, so we pushed it, and by the time we left, we had terrible headaches from it because it's very strong. But if you take breaks, you'll be fine.
Get some fresh air. I know we were in the wintertime, and so in the summertime, the outdoor area is open, so maybe go out there, get some fresh air before. It would be awesome. But
there was a lot of other activities to do as well. There was the arcade down in the basement. They even had throughout the resort where you could purchase a magic wand and go around and go on a journey with your magic wand, and you would have to unlock things, and
there's
also
clues that jewel thing that you can go, kind of like a mining pan thing, which we didn't do. There was ice cream, arcade, like she said, a lot of things that you can do. So if you can get out of the pool for a little bit, go relax, or go do some other activities, you'll be good. But overall, our water park experience was really cool. That was the first time we've done it. Our kids love the slides. I got to go down slides. In fact, I'll put up a link there of kind of the slides that we did, and get a point of view of that. Overall, let's finish this off with would we go back?
Yes, and I think we kind of have to.
Yes.
Because going back to the power outage, even though we weren't inconvenienced, really, because we didn't have our room yet, and so we didn't go into the water park. It was closed for probably a good hour after the power came back on. They had to make sure everything was up and running functionally again, but they ended up giving us a free night. So we will definitely be going back.
So again, thank you, Great Wolf Lodge, for just, again, going above and beyond. Incredible customer service, looking after our family and family's needs. But I'd say even without that, we would go back. Is what we found is because Great Wolf Lodge can have some pricey stays, but what we did was purchase kind of last minute and in a downtime, and we got the room for about half off, and that was with the suite as well. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We'll try to get to you as soon as possible. If you enjoyed this content, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, just so that whenever we drop new content, you can be in the loop. We do room reviews, we do hikes all over the United States, and hopefully international travel soon. But if you like all things travel, you might enjoy our channel. So again, from the bottom of our hearts, we want to thank you for being here. And again, we will see you next time. Bye. See ya.